like to see a formal performance improvement meeting. Frank has been consistently making fewer deliveries than his colleagues and taking longer between each delivery than his colleagues. His manager, Debbie, has had discussions with him previously, but to no avail.
Frank, we've been having these conversations for a little while now, and we're still at a stage where you're not quite working at the same standard as some of your colleagues, and we need to look at why that is and what we can put in place to help you to get to where we need you to get to.
I think I'm working at the same pace pretty much as everybody else, aren't I now?
Well, you have certainly made a big improvement, and I'm really pleased with what you've done so far. But I'd like to show you a couple of examples. So this is your deliveries. As you can see, our expectation is that you'll do between 30 and 50 per day.
Yeah.
And the average for your colleagues is 38 per day.
Okay.
Now yours is 18 per day.
Right.
Which, can you see, that is a bit too much of a gap.
Yes, okay, I can see that is a different gap.
And then we look at your journey time. So this is the journey time from Chester to Bolton. And the AA estimate would normally be between 50 and 75 minutes, depending on the traffic. And our average for your colleagues was between 44 and 70 minutes.
Yeah.
But your average on your regular route is between 62 and 90 minutes.
Well, I tend to, I want to drive carefully.
Yes.
I don't want to bring the company into disrepute by having an accident in one of our marked vans. So I do tend to drive, I suppose, quite carefully. And because I know the area quite well, and I don't really know how the sat-nav works terribly well, I tend to just find my own way.
Okay, well, no one wants you to drive unsafely, and I appreciate that you're trying to be careful. When you say you don't know how to work the sat-nav, that's not come up before.
Well, and I think the other thing, I've got to be honest, I do sometimes struggle a little bit with the order of stuff in the van, and I get a bit panicky when I get there, and it takes me ages to find something, and then when I get there to the next drop, everything's all messed up because I've put it out of order, and maybe I'm not quite as good at that as I need to be.
Okay, so do we need to get you some time training on the sat-nav? Would it help?
Well, looking at those times, then if I am being slower, I suppose so.
Okay, so
But I still want to be careful.
Well, of course, and perhaps if we can get you to a point where you're confident with the sat-nav, then maybe we can knock some of those times down a bit.
Mm.
Do you think that would help?
Yes, I think that would.
Okay, so if we get one of your colleagues to sit with you and show you the sat-nav and how it works.
Well, yes, but we've sort of said these things before, haven't we? And then it never seems to happen. I just get put back out on the road again, and then I end up sitting down with you in a formal performance management instead of an informal one like last time.
Okay, who can help you with the sat-nav? Let's
don't know.
make it happen today.
Will you tell me who that's going to be then?
Okay, how about Danny?
Okay, yeah, Danny.
Yes, we'll get Danny to show you the sat-nav.
Yeah.
And get you actually working on it.
And will I be paid for that time while he's doing that?
Yes, that's working time.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So the other thing you mentioned was the van management.
Yes.
Okay, so you're not sure, do you understand how they pack the vans and the system they use for loading and unloading?
I sort of understand it, but bear in mind this is my first job as a delivery driver, so I am getting used to things, and I think it's one of the areas I do seem to struggle with.
Okay. So we need to get you understanding how the package management works.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, what I propose we do is we actually set in place a plan.
Okay.
Okay, now I have drafted up some ideas which I'd like to show you. So what we've got here is, this is our plan. We have a number of issues. One issue, which is the number of deliveries that we want to get up from 18, and we'd like to get you to 38. So here we are, 18 per day, and it's taking too long between destinations, and then stock management on the van means that too much time gets taken at the drop-off.
Okay. And you want me to get to 38 a day from 18?
I'd like you to get to 38 a day.
Okay.
I appreciate that's not going to happen overnight, but I think...
How long will you give me for this improvement?
How long do you think you need?
I would think I would need a good couple of sessions with Danny and a couple of the other drivers maybe, so maybe
Okay.
a month or so.
Okay. Well, why don't we send you out on Danny and Kirsty's route and you have a day with them?
Okay,
And then you can see how they're doing it and you've got a chance to be on hand to ask questions.
right,
Okay? And after that, we'll send one of our managers out with you in the van so
Yeah.
that you've got someone with you.
okay,
And this is after we've done the sat-nav, which we're going to do today.
right,
And then Danny is, if I allocate Danny to actually help you as your point of contact for package management,
mhm,
okay, and then we'll reset those journey expectations based on your route and the traffic so that you're very clear on how long it should be taking you. And if you're finding then that you're not able to meet those times,
mhm.
we can look at them again.
Okay, that all sounds fair enough.
Yeah?
I'm happy with that.
Okay. So if we say we'll review it in 2 weeks and we'll review it again at the end of the month.
Mhm.
So 2 weeks just to see how you're getting on, and we'll tweak this if we need to. And at the end of the month, we'll see whether or not we've got up to those 38 per day or how close we are.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Does that sound fair?
That sounds fine.
Okay. I'm going to follow this up in a letter.
Right,
It will have a formal performance warning in it, but I think that if we follow this plan, and I think if you're coming up to me every time you think there's a problem, and we can tweak the plan as we need to, then I think if we follow this plan, in a month's time, I think we'll be having a very different conversation.
so you're not trying to sack me then?
Absolutely not. I think we can get there. I think we just need to work out a few ways
Okay.
on getting you to where we need you to be, and I'm pretty sure that we can put this behind us and get you happily out there
All right,
doing what you need to be doing.
okay.